Hey, this is also definition, and I'm gonna do a small recap of SmackDown. First, we're gonna start with John Cena, who did a little promo at the beginning of the show. He was talking to his fan. He wanted to give thank you for his last run because it's gonna be the last time he's gonna be there in Canada. And he also spoke about a little bit about Brock Lesnar, and he also spoke out how he's scared about this being his last year. Of course, he had to be interrupted by whom? Logan Paul. But yeah, but John Cena wasn't having it. So of course John Cena called him a alien. Oh, he said no, we're probably gonna say it, but Logan Paul didn't like that. So out of nowhere, Drew McIntyre came from the back and hit John Cena. So both Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre started beating up on John Cena. Then something good happened. Cody Rhodes decided to help and go to the ring. So you saw like a match between Cody and John Cena versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, which it was looking pretty good. So I already knew that that's going to be the main event for tonight's event. But before that, I forgot to say that Logan Paul and John Cena are going to face each other in Clash of Champions. And that's how this segment ended. On the next segment, we have a tag team match between MST and Motor City Motor Machine, which is a little tag team name. We had Tamatonga, the big guy, and JC Mattel wrestling an injured Motor City Machine because they had a TLC match last week. So it was pretty obvious that Motor City Machine was going to lose. And of course, it was a quick match. Tamatonga, which I hope I say his name right, was the one who ended up getting a choke slam and pin with Motor City Machine. So right after the tag team, man, so Sikoa was doing a little promo that he needed somebody to wrestle because he don't got nobody to wrestle. So Nick Aldis came out. Since they in Canada, he decided to put Sami Zayn to wrestle Solo Sikoa, which I thought at first it was for the belt, but it was just a regular match. Which I was kind of surprised that Solo Sikoa lost to Sami Zayn because the whole MFT family was surrounding the ring and they got involved in the match. But yeah, it was an impressive win by Sami Zayn and a shocker to be surprised. So on the next segment, we got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss backstage, and Charlotte is celebrating Alexa Bliss' birthday. So she decided to do a surprise for Alexa Bliss in the ring for the next segment. So right after the backstage segment, they had another segment in the ring, which Charlotte Flair bought Alexa a gift and a cake. And she brought back a doll that I guess I had back in the day where they had the feud, which that was kind of cool. So of course we had somebody interrupt us. We have Chelsea Green, and she's perfect because she's from Canada. She was talking about how she's supposed to be the one being celebrated in Canada, even though she disrespected Montreal a couple of times, which it was kind of funny. So Alexa Bliss did not like it, so Alexa Bliss challenged Chelsea Green for a match. And Nick Aldis came out and agreed, so they can have a match. So right after Nick Aldis came out to set up the match, the referee was ready, so they had a match right there. It was kind of quick. I was kind of surprised they used the cake that Charlotte bought for Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss got involved in the outside ring because the Secret Herb was outside. And of course, Charlotte Flair used the cake against Chelsea Green, and Charlotte Flair ended up winning the match with the figure eight. It was a good, quick, decent match, and it is what it is. So on the next segment, we see Carmelo Hayes about to knock a Nick out of the office, where I don't know where the men's come out from the office, and Carmelo Hayes started getting mad at the men's, which Carmelo is right because he just disappeared for 2 or 3 months. And they didn't even call him back or tell him nothing. So the Vince convinced Carmelo Head that he's gonna get him a tag team match. No, he already told Carmelo Head they already have a tag team match for next week, which Carmelo Head was saying too sure about it, but he agreed and walked away. And then I don't know where Nick Alder come to the next city and the mix started talking when, oh, I haven't seen you. I wanted to see if I could set up the match. So I don't know. I do not trust the Miz right now. And I don't like how you treating Carmelo Hayes right now. But let's see what's going to happen next week. So on the next segment, we have Tiffany Stratton being interviewed, and then Jay Cargill went up, interrupt and said that she won by love because when Jay Cargill pinned Tiffany Stratton, she had the fee on the vote, which it did happen, but at the end of the day, Tiffany Stratton won. So right after Tiffany Stratton walked away, something happened. Yuya and her manager, Kiana Jane, decided to give Jay Cargill a business card because Kiana Jane think that she could help Jay Cargill get a title belt against Tiffany Stratton. And I guess Kiana Jane want to be a manager for Jay Cargill too. That's how he's looking like. So Yuya and Kiana Jane walk away and Jay Cargill stay with the card in her hand. While Jay Cargill is thinking with the car, Machine came out of nowhere and asked Jay Cargill, so are you going to use that car? Because if you're not going to use the car, I could use it in Kokiana Jane so I could get a title match against Yuja, which Jay Cargill just gave it to Machine. And at the end of the segment, Jay Cargill got kind of confused. So I'm confused too. I'm not really sure what the WWE is going to do with Jay Cargill. Either she's going with Kiana James or they're gonna give. I don't think they're gonna give us Jay Cargill another match with Tiffany Stratton. But we already know that Michelle is gonna face most likely Yuya in the next 2 weeks since she took the call from Jay Cargill. But let's see how this story is gonna develop between Jay Cargill and Kiana James. I guess if she decides to go with Yuya and Kiana James. So on the next segment, we got another Alistair Black promo, but like in a commercial already pre-recorded way, which I'm not really a big fan of that, but I get it. And on this promo, he's talking about how he destroyed Damian Priest. Now Damian Priest is injured, and he should have never got involved in the power that he had with R-Truth, which I do agree with Alistair Black with that part, but I wish they would have Alistair Black do more promo in the ring than doing those commercial things. But I'm noticing that they're doing that more often. I think there's other people that like it like this. I'm not a fan, but I understand there's other people that like it like this. But let's see what they're gonna do with Alistair Black in the future. So on the next segment, we have John Cena working backstage by himself, and then he gets stopped by R-Truth. So R-Truth told John Cena that, wait a minute, since you back, I'm gonna be back. So on this segment, you see that the old John Cena is back and the old R-Truth is back, which I guess it was a pretty good, funny promo, which I like it because I think everybody missed the old R-Truth and everybody missed the old John Cena. So that was good. I like how they went, how they did this promo, which they both went back to the old self again. And after this, we're gonna go straight to the main event. So for the main event on SmackDown, we had John Cena and Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. It seems like Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul are real close friends, which I guess is working for them because they was able to get a match attaching with both champion and former champion. And the match was actually pretty good between all of them. And I did not like how this match ended because Logan Paul ended up doing a low blow to John Cena. And of course, Logan Paul and Drew got disqualified, and John Cena and Cody Rhodes ended up winning the match. Which I wish it would have ended up with a pin, but I get it. They just want to build the story between everybody. And when that happened, both John Cena and Logan Paul kept on fighting till they went backstage. So like I said, while Logan Paul and John Cena was fighting outside the ring and they going backstage, we end up seeing Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre still fighting also on the outside of the ring, which it ended up really bad for Cody Rhodes because Drew McIntyre was able to do a Claymore, I think I'm saying it right, the move to the table to Cody Rhodes and end up ending with Cody Rhodes on the floor and Drew McIntyre talking trash that he's gonna be next, that he's gonna be destroyed. So I already have a feeling that for Clash of Champions, it's gonna be Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, which I guess Drew McIntyre is back for the title race, which I'm surprised how fast they did this. But yeah, this old SmackDown was it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. So it had it's good and bad. But like I always say, if you like what we're doing, because we love what you're doing, you can always follow us at Instagram, TikTok, where we do reaction. We also do recap there too, or clip a recap. And we now on Facebook and also over here on YouTube. So like I always say, if you're still watching us, I just want to say thank you and peace.